The great Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is our most powerful weapon, which we can use to change the world." Hi, I'm Megan Wagoner. I'm 18 years of age, and I am a junior at Cardinal Ritter High School. So today I'm going to talk to you about a higher education, which is college. Now, college is a gateway which can be used for many opportunities and many more opportunities in our future. But sadly, later on in life, we are left with a bunch of debt and a bunch of doubt. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to go through this college journey debt-free and doubt-free. So when I'm talking about debt, I am talking about the money that we have to pay left over after our college tuition is, college. So basically, what's happening after college. Now, what is the actual price of college? Because with my fear, I started off born and raised here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Both my parents went to IU, and because of that, I began to love the cream and crimson. I didn't know many other colleges besides Purdue, and the fact is, when I went to high school, that all changed. I began to accept that there was a lot of other colleges, a lot. I began to accept that there were many other majors that I could choose, a lot. And I actually found out that the cost of college was a lot. And this began to grow in my fear. I began to hate college and in fact have a giant distaste for college. I would avoid any talk about college because I was just scared of the price, this notorious air around college, that I was just going to be walled up with debt. But what is this price? So to start off my research for this talk, I went to the main websites of 4 major colleges in state: IUPUI, Indiana, Purdue, and Notre Dame. This is what I found. Nice little chart here. So per year, college is a lot of money. If you look at Notre Dame, 1 year costs $47,929. That is the equivalent to 3,000 cats that you could adopt at PetSmart. That is the equivalent of 10,000 green tea frappuccinos at Starbucks. And I'm not just talking regular green tea frappuccinos. I'm talking about the frappuccinos without the regular syrup and the hazelnuts. Perfection. So it's a lot of money, but that's just the sticker price. We're also talking about expenses. Expenses can range from anywhere from transportation to textbooks, and then there's also fees. Fees are tacked on to basically every single thing that you do at college, including e-textbook fees and activity fees. So that's a lot of money to pay for. And how are we going to take on this? Well, fortunately, there's a lot of things that you can do to help tackle this price of college. But the first thing I'd like to tell you is, it's all your responsibility, high schoolers. This is your future, so you have to take it. Someone's not going to hold their hand out and help you lead across this path. However, there are lots of friends by your side. In this, I'm talking about your guidance counselors and Dr. Google. With online help, as well as your counselors, you can decide and help or find scholarships and grants for you. All these websites, such as Zinch.com and CollegeExpress.com, have millions of scholarships that are all conformed to you to make you number 1 on their list. And of course, there's also the FAFSA. The FAFSA is a form that all high schoolers have to take, and it helps them open themselves up to scholarships and grants in their area. Scholarships and grants. Those are the first 2 steps that you can do to help pay for college. These are for anyone. You don't have to be special, basically. Because with my fear, I felt like I had to be special to get a scholarship. I'm an average Joe. For example, I have a cat. I live in a house. I'm pretty average, but there's a scholarship for me. This acknowledgement that there are grants and scholarships out there helped me take down the fear of college. Then, of course, there are also things you can do besides grants and scholarships. You can get a job, and teenagers, there are jobs out there for you. And then there are loans. Now, having a loan doesn't make you debt-free when you get out of college, but you can choose a loan smartly, because as we all know, there's not that perfect scholarship out there for everyone, that everyone's going to get a free ride to college with all expenses paid. That's not possible, but we can get a loan that is smart. For example, my older brother, who is at IU right now, has a loan that when he graduates from college, the interest will only start then. With this way, he can get, after his primary education at college, a job so he can start tackling down that interest. So, I've talked about the price of college, and I've also talked about ways to take down this price of college. But is it really all that worth it? Is college worth it? Raise your glow stick if you think so. Yes, okay. In the 21st century, college is worth it. But the key here is to get your primary education done in at least 4 years or less. So, ways that you can do this is to be doubt-free. When I talk about doubt-free, I am talking about choosing your major before college. Back in the day, people went to college to discover themselves. They were like, okay, I can wait a semester or two, just enjoy the high life and the party life and just enjoy everything. But unfortunately, in this day and age, a student can lose up to $4,500 a semester if they decide to change their major. Now, this is quite the fearsome statistic because over 76% of students change their major at least once during their college journey. Now, what are some ways that you know and are confident in your major? This can range from personality tests to interviews to job shadows. This year, I job shadowed the lovely Miss Lindsay Potter, and I found out all about her job, not just what I see from the MAP program, but basically her day-to-day job. Yeah. And I also took personality tests. I love to argue. If I get 1 point off on a test, I will go up to the teacher and state my thesis, state my opinion, and hopefully they'll, give me points back. But I make sure I do it politely. And because of this, in my personality, I understand that I could be good in law. And maybe I'll take a major in political science and then do law school. Because of this, I feel confident in what major I'm doing. So continuing on the idea that we try to finish our primary education in college in less than 4 years, other ways that you can take down this are doing AP courses and testing out of things after high school. With these tricks and tips, we could go on and use that great, powerful weapon, which is our higher education. Thank you.